I'm a little bit disappointed that we haven't got the centre forward over the line. And I don't know if I'm being dramatic when I say that, but that was for me. I think that, listen, Arsenal have done some good business, but business that I was expecting, really. Like, you know, the one that was going to make me feel different was the striker, and we haven't got that over the line yet. And I don't know about you guys, but hagging over £2 million in bonuses and things like that could be the difference between us winning the league and not. I'm not being over dramatic when I'm saying that. Like, you know, I think these few weeks when you're away on a tour and all that, important. 1 minute they say it's very, very important, and then I believe it is, and then the next minute it's not. So why are they going on these tours then if they're not that important? You know what I mean? And the reason we all know is obviously for the financial side of it. And here we are travelling halfway around the world for financial reasons, but haggling over a couple of £1 million, which could be the difference if we win the league or not, or even, you know, get top four or top five, because, you know, everybody else is getting stronger. So, you know, to answer the question, I don't know how I feel about this tour, really.
I'm not sure if there's a difference to win the league or not, but I do think it's important to get your players in, as you know, for your tour as soon as possible, especially your striker. Because let's have it right. We've not had I know there was a Bamiyang, but we've not really had a hot striker in this team for a very, very long time. And I think, as well as the kind of tactical things that you want to integrate your striker into, and we know Arteta's a very technical and tactical person. I just think the camaraderie and the chemistry, you want to get him in amongst that as soon as possible. Everyone at the club must be buzzing about him coming in. And I just think you want to get your main striker. This isn't a left back or a DM, you know, or a cover right winger. This is what we think is going. This is your striker, your expensive top summer signing. And I just think that for the player's point of view, to get him in and around them, just the chemistry. I think you want to try and get onto that as soon as possible. Look, whether he comes tomorrow, next week, he's coming, right? He'll be there before the season starts. But I think the quicker you can integrate your striker, the guy that bangs you the goals, the guy that's going to be spearheading your team, the guy that's going to probably win you the league if you do win the league, this is the guy. This is the main guy. You want to get him in amongst those players, I think, as soon as possible, if only for chemistry reasons.
The other thing, Jordan, is that, you know, like, and we've all been there, pre-season is a very, very important time for fitness and things like that, like, you know, and it doesn't matter what you do on your own. It's completely different to, say, if you're working with a team and whatever, like, you know what I mean? So is he going to be up to scratch first of all? Like, so he's going to be, how can I say it, like, you know, behind everybody else in everything, like, you know, so there will be sessions when he first comes, say if he comes next week, there'll be sessions when he's not even doing it with the team, do you know what I mean? Because he's having to get his base fitness up and everything like that. So he's chasing, and, like, you know, do you know, like, we had Marino in last season, nothing against him and all that, and he got injured. But he got injured because he was chasing. Do you know what I mean? Like, trying to get fitness because he come in late. So that is a big worry for me. I you know, people turn around to me and say I relax and everything like that, like, you know. But I sort of look at it differently, like, you know what I mean. I've you know, been in pre-seasons when, listen, I've not done a pre-season where I may have been injured or whatever, and I've never been quite the same. But if you do the full pre-season, come that first game, you seem to be, it just takes you into the season in a different way, you know. I know it's all different now with the science and all that, like, but I just feel that, you know, for me, I should have got this sorted out, like, you know, swallowed a couple of million for the long term of our season, you know what I mean? So listen, you know, people will turn around and go, "Oh, you're worrying about nothing" and all that, like. But hopefully, like, it all gets sorted very, very quickly, like, you know.
I think obviously it's admirable to see the names that come through the door since July's hit, you know, because June felt, long-winded to say the least, even though there's still a couple that need to be announced, wrong pictures being released and all of that stuff. But I agree with the sentiment around Gyokeres. I don't often, pre-season for me, generally means nothing. I've seen great pre-seasons lead to poor seasons. So, it doesn't necessarily have a knock-on effect whether great or poor. But for the new signings at a club, I think pre-season is very important, especially a signing like this where it's different to the norm that we've been used to in the last couple of years. So, the team's got to adapt a bit. Gyokeres is going to have to adapt a bit. Our manager's going to have to adapt a bit. It's been a long while since he's worked with an out-and-out striker. And even the out-and-out striker he put him on the left wing and made it work in a different way. So, everyone's got to, learn in the next few weeks ahead when he does finally step through the door how to potentially make this work. And when your season starts with United away, you've got Liverpool away, you've got City at Emirates, you've got Newcastle. When your season starts in that, fashion, you've got to have Zubimendi ready to go. He's nice, he's in, right? You've got to have Gyokeres ready to go. He's at this moment in time not nice, not ready to go, because the fitness stuff, the sharpness stuff, the chemistry stuff, that all needs to be need to come in when he's with the squad. Now, I always looked at this pre-season and said, as long as he's in by it, 3 games away and then 2 when he comes back, that's 5 games, little over a month before the season starts. Perfect. Now, with a game on the 23rd, bearing in mind it's in Asia, I don't even see him making the 27th game, even if all things go smoothly in the next few days. So I'm looking at maybe Tottenham in Hong Kong. Maybe that's the plan. Maybe that's the big one. North London derby, first one away from London. Hong Kong, first time we've been in Asia since whenever, I forget. So maybe the thing is, let's launch Gyokeres in Hong Kong and make a bigger deal of it. Maybe the 3rd kit gets released around. I don't know what it's tying in with, but I'm with Lee here. You've got to tie it in with the season. Forget everything else. Forget, the shirt drops, or forget the big games on pre-season or where they are. The season starts against United away from home, and the next 5 games after that don't get much easier. They get harder, in fact. We need to have him ready for that. We need to make sure he's in and he's got some minutes with the team. He's got hours with the manager, with the squad, and so on, because this is the season of no excuses. We can't be in game week 3 saying, Gyokeres still needs some time. We didn't get him to end of July. He only played Emirates Cup. He needs to come in off the bench. By the time he gets his minutes off the bench, we might be a few points behind. Yes, early in the season, but we've all seen how much even a few points matter come the end of the season. But Gyokeres needs to be in. And Madueke is in, great. But Gyokeres needs to be in. And to be honest, even Madueke, he's on holiday.
As it stands at this moment in time for the Emirates Cup, no interest whatsoever. But I would do if he's there. Do you know what I'm saying? So it's got nothing to do with. I'm like that kid in the sweet shop. My mum's not letting me have no sweets at the moment. Just give me the goddamn sweets. You know what I mean? That's what I'm saying.
Turkish, you said that the season starts against United, and it does. But I think what we're all saying is, for Gyokeres and the squad, but Gyokeres, the season starts probably tomorrow.
Bring him in. Few million in terms of eliminating a risk, in terms of the $billion business football is, $billion company Arsenal are, a few million to eliminate a big risk. I think it's, in business terms, it's well, worth it.
What's the reason? Do we know why the 2 million is?
I don't know, man. 2 weeks now we've been hearing 4 million. Gyokeres is giving up 2 million. They still want 2.5, or they want 2 million more than they initially agreed.
It's to do with the bonuses side. The actual fee's been agreed, isn't it? Everything has been agreed, but it's like one part of it was unrealistic.
Ballon d'Or and Champions League.
You know what I mean? Arsenal must win the next 5 Premier Leagues and Champions Leagues for them to give them the money. You know what I mean? Something silly I know.
But by the way, I don't wrong Sporting for trying to get every penny for their asset. I think they're doing their job. But from an Arsenal point of view, either pay the money or move on. Pay the money and just get the guy you want. But Arsenal are kind of just dragging this out, and they want the guy. The deal's been done. If you've got to pay an extra 2 million, you might have to bite your lip and pay the 2 mil. But all this it's like Sporting are kind of having up Arsenal here a little bit, and it's like, no, pay the money, say shut up, there's your 2 mil, give us our player, let's go about our business, or decide, no, you're taking the piss. We're gonna pull out. We're gonna get somebody. All this dragging out. I was told a week ago the deal was done, and now here we are a week later, and it's not done. So it's long. It's just long, man. It's boring as well.
Someone put, I've done like they put a little Instagram post out of little snippets that you do, like, you know what I mean? And one of the comments was like, my divorce wasn't as stressful as this, you know. And I get what he's saying, like from a fan's point of view. This is stressful, you know what I mean? Like we all, you know, like people will argue about this. I'm saying like this has been going on for 7 months, but my mate turned around the other day and said, this has been for 2 years. We haven't, you know what I mean? So people see it at different stages and whatever and all that. And listen, we're stressful. I don't know how the manager must be. And if I'm a player, I would be as well, like, you know, a little bit, you know, because I do think that players know as well that, you know, the striker is an important part of whether you're going to be successful or not. I don't care what anybody says. I believe it is. And, you know, we've sort of winged it a little bit for the last couple of years, if I'll be really honest. One of my, I was talking on a show the other day that said Arsenal winged it, like,